Hello, everyone. Welcome to Pairfect, the daily Tribune digital show that features top personalities in various fields of endeavor. I am Dinah Ventura. Our guest today is a businessman with multiple successful ventures, but more than that, he's an advocate of sustainability. For one, he put up a business making eyewear. But other than that, he has also been involved in a venture that aims to provide jobs to every Juan. So let's welcome Dr. Stephen Roy Cardines Condino, MBA, also called Doc Biggs. So President and CEO of Wodd Eyewear Retailing or Wodd PH. Welcome to Pairfect.
Yes, thank you so much. Good afternoon, everyone, and for all our viewers out there live. It's great to be here, and thank you also for the opportunity to be here as well today.
Thank you for joining us. I know you're a very busy man. I mean, how many business ventures do you have right now?
Wow, that's a very interesting question. As of today, I currently manage 7 or 8 companies in the Philippines.
78 or
Seven or 8 companies, around eight
okay,
companies to be
okay.
exact.
Wow. 8.
Yes, 8 companies.
Okay.
So I've been managing Masa, which is the biggest below-the-line advertising agency in the Philippines. And aside from that, I also founded the biggest sunglasses brand for bamboo,
Yes.
which is really more into sustainability, which is Wood PH. And perhaps I can also share more about our consulting firm, our Condino and Associates consulting firm, our cafe in Siargao, which is Coastal Grounds,
You
which
just opened that, right?
we are about to open it now. And in
Oh.
fact, our first branch in partnership with Starbucks, we proudly serve, actually just recently opened last week. And we are
Okay.
actually one of the very few offices to have that approval to operate our own Starbucks inside an office.
Galing naman.
Yes, we have that so that our employees will get to experience Starbucks experience at a cheaper price. Furthermore, aside from that, we also distribute chickens in Central Visayas. We are the chicken raiser of all the Jollibee chickens.
You are. So that's
Yes,
like an
we raise the
agri.
chicken, we distribute it for consumption
Okay.
in the entire Central Visayas. And a
Okay.
couple of resorts which we're actually building about. So it's really a group of companies which me and the rest, my mom actually founded.
Your mom founded Masa in
Yes.
2001. You were telling me, right?
Yes,
So
that's it.
tell us more about that. What does Masa do
Yeah, that's a very good
actually?
question. Masa is actually manpower for advertising services agency. So as of to date, we are actually a multi-awarded below-the-line advertising agency. We have 15,000 employees.
Wow.
Yes, utilizing our 41 offices in the entire Philippines. So what we do,
Okay.
our mission, in fact, as a business star icon, is really to give jobs for everyone, and we were able to do that by working with different multinational
Okay.
companies
Okay.
in the Philippines. Since 2001, we were able to employ almost more or less 50 to 60,000 manpower for the past 23
You were able to provide jobs to
jobs to them.
them. Okay, I
So we
see.
actually provide manpower, but in the context of advertising. So
Okay.
we work with multinational companies to provide them their merchandising requirements, their market research requirements. More or less, some of these would be promo and merchandising campaigns that we
Yes.
can also do so that our marketing partners will be able to hit their objectives as well.
Tama, tama. So
Ganon.
when did you join the company? I mean, your mom started it in 2001. So when did you start going full time into that business?
Yes, when I finished my college degree, I graduated from the University of Santo Tomas with a degree in political science. I told myself that law is not really for me, and I feel that it's not really my passion.
Okay.
And I realized because I was growing up and I saw the potential in business, which I see my mom as my
Mentor.
idol.
Okay.
So I decided to go into business.
Okay.
So in 2009, I joined the company, but I was not eventually the vice president on the spot. I came from the ranks. Nagsimula ako as a dicer,
I
from the
see.
frontliner role, eventually becoming a supervisor, then after a supervisor, becoming a junior HR assistant. Pumupunta ako sa mga islands no, in Visayas and Mindanao to do the training.
I see.
And, training sellers was really one of the most unforgettable experience kasi kahit bilad ka ng araw, you can eventually share your best practice and knowledge. And you will see that doon ko na-realize na gusto ko pala ng pagtuturo. Kasi when I was an HR practitioner, nag-start ako mag-train ng mga sellers, and I was able to train almost 3,000 sellers in the entire Philippines.
Okay,
Then I went all the way to
that's
the
not
ranks.
easy, I'm
It
sure.
was not easy because yung client mo will always demand from you,
Mm.
kailangan ganito yung magiging message ng brand natin
Natin.
whenever we talk to consumers. And
Mhm.
knowing my mom is the president of the company, there's so much pressure
Mhm.
to the point na ayaw mo sumablay. So, what the client wants you to do, it has to go through the results. And
Okay.
yun, for the past 14 years now, 13 years, I've been with Masa. I started from the ranks all the way now
Mhm.
to becoming the VP.
Okay, wow. So, aside from the Masa, you also have your other businesses, right?
Yes.
But how
And
did you, let's backtrack a little. How did you prepare for those? Ano yung mga, where did you study? I hear that you studied abroad,
yes, I did.
business, you took up business. So,
Yes. So
share
I am
more.
the first Filipino and the
Mhm.
youngest graduate from the University of Liverpool to actually
Mhm.
finish my doctorate in business
Mhm.
administration. So
Mhm.
I was the only Filipino in the cohort. I finished that in 2020, and I finished my degree at the age of 29. So
Okay.
most of my
Genius lang.
peers, most of my peers were older than me, but at the end
Uh,
of the day, it was not a challenge.
uh-huh.
My motivation was whatever I learned from overseas, from the UK for the past 6 years,
Mhm.
I believe na hindi lang ako yung makaka-benefit nun.
Mhm.
I believe that whatever I learned, whenever I go back to the Philippines, I believe that it will translate into helping people. And not
That's
just
your
helping the
goal.
people, but also changing the company, which is family owned.
Mhm.
That's why we did a lot of changes for Masa, for an example. So aside from the University of Liverpool where I did my doctorate, to share ko
Mhm.
lang, I also did my postmasters at the London Business School.
Ayaw mo talaga tumigil mag-aral, ganon.
Well, hindi naman dahil ayoko tumigil mag-aral because I believe that learning is an ending process.
Okay.
And I did that not because gusto ko lang makuha yung degree na yun. I
Mm-mm.
did all of these because I want to help people and I want to share my knowledge to the future leaders of today. Kaya
Okay.
rin ako naging professor
I
ngayon.
know. Pero why do you feel so strongly about that? I can see the passion. Like, you really want to help people by providing them with jobs and teaching them. And, why do you feel so strongly about it?
Yeah, that's a very good question. One of the reasons why I wanted to help people because our family also started from nothing. And
Ah.
I grew up not having everything on me. So
Mm-mm.
sabi ko sa
Mm-mm.
sarili ko when I was growing up, I wanted to share all the blessings of what will I
Mm-mm.
have so
Mm-mm.
that these people which I have experienced before, if I will put myself in their shoes, will not be able to feel that so much struggle.
Yeah.
At the end of the day, kapag tinulungan mo yung tao na yon, hindi lang yung tao yung matutulungan mo. Matutulungan mo din yung mga pamilya na kasama niya sa
Family,
table
the
pag uwi niya.
community. Yeah, that's a good one.
Exactly.
That's very good. That's a good cause, I mean. So, what key decisions have you made that turned Masa into a leading job provider in the advertising sector?
Wow, that's a very, very interesting question. So, Masa, at the end of the day, in this industry, it's always about results.
Mhm.
And for you to create results, you need to have a very strong organizational culture.
Mhm.
And the culture we have for the past 23 years enables us to be a market leader. We have what we call Masa Way. Yung Masa Way na yon,
Mhm.
everyone, including the frontliner, hindi ko man sila directly nakakausap, must feel that being part of a bigger picture, whereas kahit dicer lang ako, alam ko mayroon akong contribution sa company where I work with.
Mm-mm.
And that culture enables us to do more and be more. And it is a competitive advantage that we can also give jobs to everyone. So dahil maganda results,
Mhm.
you will have more clients. More clients means more jobs to everyone.
I see. But how do you teach that culture? I mean, for
We
them
let
to
them
take
feel
it.
it. We let them experience
Mhm.
the change. It's not about dahil sinabi ko may change ngayon, it already ends there. Change will always
Mhm.
begin with letting them involve. Like example, if you want to make a decision,
Mm-mm.
involve mo sila. You have to involve them. What do you think about this? Because
Mhm.
if they feel that they are heard and valued in terms of decision making, that is where they feel that they are important in the
Yeah.
organization.
And in that way, with this business philosophy of yours, how do you encourage them to make a career out of it?
I always tell them na wag nyo lang isettle yung sarili nyo kung ano yung posisyon na meron
Mm.
kayo ngayon.
Mm.
I always believe, even if I'm a doctor of business, that you do not have to be a college graduate for you to become really successful. In fact, 40% of our managers or even our employees in the main office are not graduates.
Mm.
Why? one of the culture that we always push is equal opportunity. And sa akin, whatever you learn from school is only 30% of your success. The remaining 70% will eventually come from your experience. So, even if you're very good in school, in theory, but in reality, you do not have sufficient experience, and that is where the challenge is. So, because of that mentality, nabibigyan natin sila ng chance to prove themselves once they start working with us. And, in fact, itong mga tao na hindi nakapagtapos are the ones who are more than willing to do everything in their power to prove na hindi naging hindrance sa kanila yung pagkatapos ng college to get a better job.
So that's like instilling some form of pride and then
Yes.
inspiring
And
them
motivation.
to
I think
dream.
that's the most important thing. Letting them motivate about what do they want to do and what do they want to achieve.
Ayun, that's a good one. Mahirap ituro yan, ah.
Yes, actually, ayokong sabihin. It's better to let them experience. And pag pupunta ka nga sa office namin sa QC, samahan sa office, you will feel a healthy environment. Hindi yung pagising mo ng umaga napaka-toxic na parang ayoko pumasok sa office kasi feeling ko napaka-grabe yung politika. So, well, what we did,
I'm sure maraming
maraming
nakaka-relate
ganun
yan.
So what we did in our organization is ngayon, to be honest, since we did a lot of changes sa company namin, pinagtatanggal namin lahat yung mga tinatawag namin sa Bisaya na samok or yung magugulo. Nagko-cause ng paninira sa isang healthy environment. So, ang ginawa namin, ayoko ng politika. If you don't want to fix it, you can leave. But kung may problema ka, upuan natin, pag-usapan natin, how can we address?
Okay, ang galing mo, ah.
I believe that is the way it has to be. Yes.
Oo nga. From personal experience ba yan?
Personal experience. Kasi I used to work with corporate.
Oo. How
nag-work
long
din-
were you with
I was
corporate?
also working with the leading mobility company. So we
Okay.
provide escalators and elevators.
Ah,
Yes, it's a Swiss brand. So eventually I also feel the pressure and there were also some politics. And sabi ko sa sarili ko pagdating ng panahon, if ever I will have a chance to really implement changes in our company, the first thing I will do is remove politics. Although you cannot totally avoid it, you cannot totally remove it, but at least you can mitigate. Ganon.
okay. Okay, so let's move to another business of yours, yung Wodd.
Uy,
Kasi I think it's another advocacy of yours, di ba? You also feel very strongly about supporting environmental causes. And you put up a company named Wodd. Tell us about that.
Yun. So, I told myself that for me to further grow, I have to go outside of my comfort zone.
Okay.
And we know that if you're inside your comfort zone, that is where no growth would happen.
Stagnate ka na.
You're stuck, you're there, because you already know that you're already good at that. Pero in 2019, when our house was badly damaged in Cebu, because we also have a house in Cebu because I'm also Bisaya by blood,
Okay.
my mom asked me to go to the department store and she told me to buy some materials na kailangan palitan sa nasira sa bahay. So I went to the department store and realized that karamihan ng mga products sa department store are actually made from plastic. And I realized that kung tayo yung bansang laging tinatamaan ng bagyo, how come that we are not actually creating products that are considered to be sustainable? So, leading from that reflection, I decided to create a product that is considered to be unique and trendy, but most importantly, sustainable. So it was summer, and sabi ko, why don't we create bamboo sunglasses? And these sunglasses are not just sunglasses. It's a first of its kind in the Philippines, and we are really pushing for sustainability. In fact, we made it happen because for every sunglass we sell, we actually plant 1 tree in partnership with Haribon Foundation. And now, we are very grateful with Talarak, which is a non-government organization in Negros that takes care of the wildlife to work with us so that we can allocate a portion of our sales. Kasi it doesn't mean that if you sell 1 piece of a sunglass, the profit has to go back to us. Hindi. We allocate like 10% of that for sustainability campaign.
Okay, let's talk more about that after a short break. Very interesting, huh?
Very.
This break is brought to you by Angkas, Beat the Traffic, Bayad Center, hashtag Bigger Better Younger Bayad, and you can buy it all. Conti's Bake Shop and Restaurant, delightfully yours. Globe, atin ang mundo. Meralco, ang liwanag ng bukas. SM, we've got it all for you. Smart, live more today. Union Bank, it starts with you.
A wellness show dedicated to empowering
empowering viewers with the knowledge and inspiration needed to lead a healthy lifestyle. Be Well Now, hosted by Miss Cory Crino, every Wednesday at 2 p.m. only here at Daily Tribune's Facebook page and Tribune Now in YouTube. Parayan at talakayang showbiz, times 2, doble-doble! Kasama ang dalawa sa walang kupas na talakayan ng showbiz, Alwin Ignacio at Alex Brosas. DTT Show, tuwing Sabado at Linggo, alas 4 ng hapon, dito lang sa Diaryo Tirada ng Daily Tribune. Conversations that are masterclasses from the top honchos of various industries. Learn from their strategies and insights so you yourself can unlock your full potential. Pairfect, every Friday at 2 p.m., only here on Daily Tribune's Facebook page and Tribune Now in YouTube. Creative minds, entertainment icons, style influencers. We shine the spotlight on remarkable individuals who shape our cultural landscape. Every Tuesday at 2 p.m., only here in Daily Tribune's Facebook page and Tribune Now in YouTube. Straight Talk dives deep into present issues of leadership, politics, business, and more. Engage in insightful conversations with industry shakers, government leaders, and trailblazers every Wednesday at 10 a.m. only here on Daily Tribune's Facebook page and Tribune Now in YouTube.
And we're back on Pairfect. We're still here with Doc Biggs.
Yes, great to be here again.
Oo nga. So you were telling us about Wodd and how every sunglasses that you sell, you plant a tree. So nakailang trees na kayo?
Yes, as of to date, we have already planted almost 1,600 trees in the Philippines. And we actually just don't plant them. So we monitor them for 3 years and to ensure that they can eventually grow on their own. Then after nun, then we can let them
go.
Let go of them. At
Let
least
go
we
of
did
your
some
forest. May forest ka na.
hoping. We wanted to do more as the years
Yeah.
progresses
Pero you
by.
put it up in 2019 or
Yes.
2020. So how did it fare during the pandemic?
Alam mo, a lot of people ask me how did we do it. And in fact, COVID-19 pandemic was actually a threat to our business. In fact, it's not just Wood. It was also a threat to Masa and several other businesses I had.
Lahat. Oo.
So, one thing that we did was first to use that threat, which is COVID-19, to be an opportunity. So, how did we do that? So, sabi namin, the first thing that we did was to utilize our digital platform. So, we
Okay.
used Lazada, Shopee, because you cannot do direct selling, right? Kasi
Right.
there's restrictions and there's
Online.
COVID-19, so hindi pwede. But aside from having that, utilizing the social media platform, habang lahat ng tao nakakulong sa bahay and even my mom was at home, umiikot ako ng mga resorts. I was knocking
Okay.
personally
Oo.
in every resort na sarado and inviting them to be part of our story. And even if they're telling me, ay wala pa man kaming guests ngayon. Sabi ko, you do not have to sell this naman because there are no targets at the end of the day. So, we let them sign the contract. We still send the stocks. We still have a display inside the resorts. So, when the restrictions eases, pag open ng mga tao, pagdating
na
nila
kayo.
doon, nandun na yung products.
Okay.
So, when everyone else was on lockdown, nasa loob sila ng bahay, nag-aayos na kami, nagtatanim na kami, and yung pagtatanim namin was getting partners. And as of to date, we are very proud to say that we have almost 200 partners
Across
all
the
over
country.
the Philippines.
Ang galing.
And of course, the credit will not just go to me. The credit goes to the entire team who has been helpful at supporting us to achieve our mission.
Okay, that's good to know. And also, your brand has received some awards.
Yes, we are actually the best and premier sunglasses brand in the Philippines by Q Asia publication.
Pakita natin nga.
Oh yes, this is it. So that's the hybrid
Oh,
model.
here.
That's the
This is it.
Hellstone.
This is
So,
like one
yeah.
style.
Yeah, so that is the hybrid model. We have two models kasi. We have the full bamboo and the hybrid model.
Okay.
And that is the very, very intriguing and controversial core case because
Okay.
if you wear your sunglass, for an example,
Wow.
then eventually, for example, suot mo na siya, right? So what happens is you can turn this into flat.
Ay, wow. Yes.
Yeah, like that. Coming from the cork which you are actually using. So it gives you of comfort and convenient. And the most important thing, this is also sustainable because these are actually made from cork.
Yeah.
So it comes with Cat 4 polarized lenses, the same kind of lenses that you get to buy in a 15,000 to 16,000 peso sunglasses.
Oh, where
It
do you-
comes, yeah, it comes with spring hinges. automatically adjusts on the size of the head, and it gives you, comfort and convenience if you are outside.
How many designs do you have right now?
Yeah, we have 34 designs, and
Who designs them? Ikaw.
I personally choose them. But of course, what I do before I actually produce them, we ask feedback from customers. What do you think about this product? So we do market research so that there is basis in every decision that we make.
Tama. And I hear you're also planning to launch watches?
Yes, we eventually launched the bamboo watches. That was 2021. We eventually produced 100 pieces. Kaya lang, nung nilabas naman yung 100 pieces, naubos ka agad kasi it was a
Okay.
pilot test. So we realized that we have to produce more. However, because COVID-19 was still present during that time, we are now still in the process of quality testing phase because we
Okay.
want to launch the fully automatic bamboo watches that are actually waterproof.
Okay.
A first of its kind in the Philippines.
Nice.
Yes.
Pero I hear also that there are a few businesses coming up from also Filipino businessmen creating things like that, sustainable products. And but I think do you believe that there isn't enough effort being put into becoming eco
Yeah. I think
responsible, eco conscious?
the mindset of a typical Filipino is really just to earn profit. Whenever I teach in some reputable university in the Philippines, because I am also a professor, and I teach strategic management, I always tell my students who wants to create their businesses, first is, it's not about because gusto mo kumita ng pera. That's a wrong mindset. Pera will come as a result of what you love doing. So if you love what you do, and eventually that results to your passion, and that passion helps people and their families, profit will come as a result of that. It should not be pera first before helping people or doing what you love. So that has been always my thinking. Now, if you go back to your question, what it means for eco sustainability, I think a realization for Filipinos is to really to check on the consequences if we are not putting value on the environment. We have to put value on the environment because it will not be us who will feel the impact, but the next generation. Yung anak mo,
Yeah, I
or
think
anyone
we're
else.
already feeling it now, this generation,
Yes.
diba? The changes in the weather, the flooding,
Exactly.
it's
So,
getting worse.
but again, some Filipinos, I will not say everyone, will always reject these facts. So again, it's a wake-up call
yes.
for everyone.
So, but why do you personally feel so strongly about the environment? Where's that coming from?
Because I had a first-hand experience, because me and my family went to Basco, Batanes, and we were stuck in Basco because of a strong typhoon, and some family relatives were actually injured. And I think one way is to realize there's something wrong. And aside from our house being damaged in Cebu, so these factors actually contributed in changing my perspective with regards to the environment.
Okay. So that's for your personal, diba, mga personal advocacies mo. Let's go back naman to you trying to help people, uplift themselves through jobs. So through MASA, how does MASA ensure that the manpower,
It's
it
okay.
recruits meets the dynamic demands of below-the-line advertising in the
Wow.
current market?
At the end of the day, it would still starts with results. And I always tell my people, my Massaway family, that it will always starts with strategy. From that strategy, I know it's too theoretical, but that strategy must translate into action. So a lot of our clients are always demanding or requesting to provide services that may be too much, but we have to cope up with those by
Yes.
means of innovation, proper training and development, and consistent motivation for our employees. That's why, in average, we have a lot of employees na tumatagal sa amin ng 15 years. In fact, this coming Christmas party, we have several employees who will get 18 years of loyalty
Wow,
service.
galing.
Some of them for 19 years. And
Oh,
we're
they
doing
stay.
this as a way for us to suklian yung effort that they have been. Kaya papupuntang office, there's no politics.
Oh, na-erase mo.
We did.
Somehow.
It's not me, it's the effort of the team. Yeah,
Okay.
we
So,
did it.
but you talked about strategy. How does MASA's strategy in deploying manpower reflect the evolving trends in consumer engagement and
Very good.
advertising effectiveness?
Dati, it was really push selling. Benta,
Uh-huh.
benta, benta. Ngayon, hindi pwedeng benta, benta, benta. Even for our in-store ambassadors, we changed the strategy. And our strategy is, alamin mo muna anong need ng customer mo before mo siya bentahan. Hindi ibig sabihin na hindi mo pa nga alam yung need ng customer mo, bibentahan mo kaagad siya. So what happens is, yung customer mo will feel, can you please get away from me? Layuan mo ako.
Mata-turn off siya.
Mata-turn off siya. So ngayon, we changed the strategy to the point that we try to identify and ask questions. What is your need? And from that need, that is where you will come in as a person to convince them that your product is the answer to the need.
Okay. So,
So,
hindi siya parang robotic. It's
Yes.
like,
So it's more consultative. There is now emotions. And you can only have that if you have ample training. That's why we are continuously growing, because we are very proud to say that MASA has one of the best training programs for manpower deployments. Most importantly in the advertising industry.
okay. And you developed that.
Yes, the team developed.
All
We did
right.
collaboration.
So, what are your plans for the rest of this year for the business?
Yes, we're opening the second Coastal Grounds Coffee in Siargao. It's in front of Cloud9.
Wow.
We will in Siargao, so we will support local farmers for the beans that we plan to use. We plan to open that on the third week of November. Aside from that, we will be very aggressive in terms of new trends on businesses. So we're opening an additional new company for manpower services, which
Okay.
expects to happen this November. For next year, we are diversifying our services into resort business. We hope that we can finish the resort in Sipalay, Negros Occidental, which is also considered to be a rising tourism
That'll
area.
be another business.
Another business. It's
Okay.
Verendra Resorts. And we're hoping to have launched the resorts in Jensan and as well in Guimaras.
I'm amazed because how do you spread your time?
A lot of people ask me, how do you manage everything?
Yeah.
For me, I don't manage. We manage. It's not a one-man show. I believe that leaders create more leaders. And for you to be able to spread and eventually create more of yourself, it will eventually help you run your business. So what I do, if we have new set of people, I replicate myself to be them, like me, so that they can also do what I do.
Okay.
Leaders should not create more followers. Leaders should create more leaders.
Very good. Please repeat.
So yun, I think one of the things that I could share with everyone is leaders create more leaders. And when you create yourself more, a version of yourself, it will be easier for you to do the things that you have to do. Most importantly, in business.
I see.
Yun.
Okay. So now I see why you're a very effective professor, teacher, mentor to your students and to your company.
I just do what I love. And because of that, that's my passion. Even my dedicated Miss
Team.
Rain knows that.
That's good to know, and I'm very glad to have met you and
The
got to
privilege is
know.
mine.
But before we end the show, would you like to say something, any message to our viewers?
Of course. So if it's going to be something, for me, it's really more about, if you want to start a business, you should start first with what you love doing. I think that's the most important thing. And it should not be profit-based. So once you love what you do, the profit aspect will eventually come. So I wish everyone all the success for the future. And I hope that you will be able to do things more than what you can imagine.
Wow. I wish everybody could be as humble and as generous as you with what you know in this world and in sharing your knowledge with everybody. So thank you everyone for watching Pairfect once again. And we'll see you again next week. This has been Dinah Ventura.
Thank you.